Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I am Toya B and this is my channel. Well, it's really me welcoming myself back because I haven't posted in a long time. The last post I believe it was during my first pregnancy, which that pregnancy did unfortunately end in a miscarriage, and I'll be doing a separate video explaining that whole situation. This video I do want to get into talking about my experience. I'm experiencing now. I am currently pregnant, and I want to go over my first and second trimester and just a few things that I have been experiencing in this pregnancy. So I am farther along than the previous miscarriages, so I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to be delivering a healthy baby, and at the end I will you know, let everyone know the gender and just everything that I've been experiencing. So I did write some notes just so I can stay on topic because I don't want to make the video very long. So let's just jump right into it. Well, I guess I can go over briefly how I found out I was pregnant. Me and my husband, we haven't been really like trying to be pregnant, but we haven't been doing anything to prevent us being getting pregnant, of course. So we knew that it would be a possibility of us getting pregnant. So that's the only reason why I started tracking my periods, just so that I can make sure that I know if we became pregnant, I'll know when my last period was and things like that. So I did have an ovulation tracker on my phone just to see, like, if we did become pregnant like we did, I can kind of go back to see, oh, if the ovulation tracker is correct and like what days it was saying that I was ovulating and things like that. And for some reason we always did things around that time, and I would forget that I even had that on my tracker, but just when my period wouldn't come, then I can always just revert back to that. But so in this instant, that's exactly what happened. My period didn't come, and I'm like, okay. July came. I was supposed to come on my period at the end of July, and I ended up not really coming on my period. I was like, okay, I may have been a little late and everything. So that I did come on my period like August 1st. So I just thought my cycle was changing basically. So then after that, me and my husband really wasn't that sexual in the month of August. I can count, probably we did something probably like once or twice. And because I end up having like, and this is probably a little TMI, but I ended up having like some type of hemorrhoid, and it was hurting so bad I just didn't want to be touched. So like, that's how I know for a fact that me and my husband really didn't do anything in the month of August, because I didn't want to be touched during that time. So after that, long story short, I was like, okay, then I'm probably going to be coming on at the end of August too. And when I read the little ovulation tracker thing, it was saying either, you know, take a test by this month, this time, or you should come on your period around this time. So I took a test at the time that they said, I think it was like the 27th of August, it was negative. And they were like, okay, I should come on my period around the 28th or 29th if it was negative. And so the 28th, 29th came, I still didn't come on my period, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know what it is, maybe I'll just wait till September 1st. So September 1st came, still not on my period, but then I actually forgot. I just wasn't even thinking of it. This day I end up waking up, and normally every day, like I would, you know, I don't really eat breakfast in the morning and stuff like that. I work from home, and I have to be at work at 8 o'clock, so I have to clock in work and stuff at 8 o'clock. So I normally don't even eat breakfast till around lunchtime. But this time, this is fast forward to like September 9th. I was so hungry. It was like really, really hungry. And I was talking to my mom on the phone because I'm not on phones at work. So I was talking to my mom on the phones and I was just like, Mom, I'm so hungry. Like I never really, I said, it's a weird hunger. And I was like, I'm just so hungry like that. And so then I was like, wait a minute, it's September 9th. And I was like, I still haven't took my period. Now, what made me think about pregnancy by me being super hungry is because I asked my sister, and she has children already, and I asked her like, what is something that she just knew that she was pregnant about? And one thing she said was like, it was a weird hunger for her. So that made me think of that. So then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a pregnancy test today. I took it and here we are. So that is actually one of my little symptoms, I would say, of me kind of knowing that I was pregnant, was extremely hungry. I never, like I said, I'm not a morning person. I don't really eat breakfast and things like that. But for me to get up and be like starving, and it was like crazy, that was one thing. So another thing, I didn't get a lot of morning sickness. I just was kind, just the regular nauseous feeling, like feeling like I want to throw up, and I didn't throw up, but just feeling like I wanted to throw up. That was one thing that was really heavy, so I didn't experience a lot of morning sickness, but I was thankful that I didn't have to throw up all the time. The next thing I would say, I was super emotional. Like I was literally crying over every little thing, commercials, little videos on Facebook and Instagram and things like that. Like literally everything, I was crying. I stayed crying, just stay crying about everything. Crying about being happy and just everything, like literally crying over everything. And then I was a little frustrated too, because, and I'll get more into my experience of this pregnancy, dealing with diabetes and everything, but I was really frustrated about that because I already knew that it was certain things I had to eat. I couldn't just, just get in there and just eat what I want and stuff. So I was just I was just kind of experiencing that, the diabetes situation, and trying to get the handle of that, and I'm pregnant, so it was a lot. I was a little frustrated with that. And then I was really gassy, a lot. It was like a lot that it was weird to me, because I was never really gassy like that, and for me to be extremely gassy like that, it was weird. So that is pretty much like most of the things that really stuck out to me in my first trimester, along with the normal things that kind of go on. Like I stayed looking at baby apps and things like that, so kind of the situations where they say that I should be experiencing, I kind of experienced those things too. But those were just the main things that were like a little weird to me in my first trimester. And so far, everything was good. I didn't really experience like a really bad first trimester, which I was happy for that. The second trimester, so still very emotional. You see me looking down, I'm looking down at my notes just so I can stay on track, because I already know I can't do a very long video, and I just want to have some time to talk about my experience and everything. But I was still very emotional, and I just think I'm just going to be like that throughout my whole pregnancy. It kind of subsided a little more now that I'm in my second trimester, but I'm still a crybaby, and I think that's just because I was a crybaby before. Very restless, like it's so hard for me to kind of like sleep. I know my belly is getting bigger, and it's like it was like kind of so hard for me to really get comfortable. My sister did get me this pregnancy pillow, which is a lifesaver, but I still find myself wanting to be more around cushion, like very, like I want pillows all around me. And because I really want to lay on my stomach, but I can't. So as many pillows around me, just so that it can make me feel like I'm flat, it really helps me. And with me talking about my stomach is like, it's starting to kind of feel heavy. I'm gonna get into how many months, how many weeks I am and things like that. But yeah, my stomach is starting to feel heavy, so I do think I need to invest in getting like a baby band, just because I feel a lot of the weight of the baby. So yeah, I think I need to invest in the baby band. One of my cravings, I didn't really crave a lot other than just being hungry, period. I didn't really crave a lot, but one craving is pizza. I can literally eat pizza every single day, and I could not stand pizza before I became pregnant. I could not stand pizza. My husband is a pizza lover, and I barely want to ask him what he wanted for dinner because he wants to eat pizza. So it's like me and my stepson, we be like, you know, every time he said pizza. But during this pregnancy, like, I crave pizza. I can literally watch like Instagram videos of pizza being made and cheese and meat, and I just really love pizza. Really love pizza right now. And so my husband is excited about that because obviously baby loves pizza. So one thing I did experience, and this was kind of in first trimester and second trimester, I experienced a lot of dehydration. So I had to make sure that my doctor did recommend that I drink a gallon a day. So that's been extremely hard for me. Like, normally I can drink water like nothing. Like, most of the time I drank water because I already know I was experiencing, you know, diabetes and things like that. So I wasn't drinking like anything other than that. So now that I, you know, have to drink so much of it, it's been kind of hard a little bit. It just started kind of easing up a little bit and being a little more easier, but it's been really hard for me to constantly drink water like that and having to drink so much. So that's been a struggle, but I love water. But to have to drink so much at one time, it's just crazy. And now that I'm in my second trimester, I do feel baby kicks. I haven't felt them on the outside of my tummy, but I do feel them more intense and, you know, inside, and I can really tell the difference between what flutters were and actually the kicks. Like, these feel like if a little baby hand was tapping you like this, like it's that, and I feel that more. I could tell the baby when the baby likes something that I eat, maybe the baby does that more. Does like those little kicks. Now that I got over the symptoms and things that I kind of, you know, was experiencing in my first and second trimester, I just want to talk about my overall experience of my pregnancy, like the difficulties and the little different things that I have to do now, in which the main thing is me doing being diabetic. I was actually diagnosed being pre-diabetic like around the end of 2018 and everything, and so I still wasn't properly. A lot of my doctors at that time was just like, just change your diet. Really, they didn't really prescribe me to any medicine or insulin and things like that, but my A1C was just a little elevated, so I didn't start really getting into having to take insulin, synthetic insulin, till around 2020, basically around 2020. and they prescribed me with metformin and things like that. I think I wasn't taking it properly because it would always just make me sick. So they were getting ready to put me on something else, and then I ended up getting pregnant in 2021, and then I ended up having a miscarriage then, and then I ended up getting pregnant again at the beginning of the year of 2022. And so then I still couldn't take, really, we didn't really get a chance to really kind of go over my diet and really get in depth with the diabetes at my second pregnancy. But then that ended up resulting into a miscarriage. And then so this pregnancy, I was able to talk to a specialist and things like that and see the actual diabetic doctor. So that's what I'm doing now, and now I'm on insulin. So with that, and that's my son in the background, you can see him. So with that being said, I do have to take 3 shots a day. The 2 insulin I'm on is, they call it R and N. R, and then you got N. And then so I do have to take 3 shots. It's not looking crazy. I do have to take 3 shots a day. I just want to show you this really quick. So far, these are all my needles that I have used. And so far, this is all the shots that I've taken so far. And basically what I do is I would take this to my doctor and they would dispose it for me. But I just been keeping it in here just to keep them all together and everything. So when I was speaking about being frustrated in my first trimester, that was one of the main reasons I was frustrated. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have, I knew I just couldn't eat what I wanted to eat, even if I was craving it and things like that. So I was just like, I felt so miserable because I'm like, I don't want my baby starving. I don't know what to eat. I don't want to make my blood sugar go really high. And I know, complications of diabetes can cause harm to your baby, complications with their pregnancy. So I was just really frustrated because I was like, I don't know what to do, So my doctor put me on a diet, and it was, when I say like that was like, I just was able to relax and just enjoy and still feel full, still be able to eat. Just, my food was being monitored and things. So I was really thankful for that because it just relieves a lot of stress from me. I do have to prick my finger, how many times? 4 times a day, because I have to prick it as soon as I wake up from fasting, from going to sleep, 2 hours after breakfast, 2 hours after lunch, and 2 hours after dinner, which don't feel good. Actually, that was one thing that I was really worried about taking the insulin, was that I didn't want to, prick myself. And then also too, because my doctor, she was like, of course, if you don't want to take the insulin, we will, you can take metformin and we could, prescribe you with something that will be able to help you. But, was just advising that the insulin is better. And I'm glad I chose. I was scared because I was like, I don't want to pump myself. I hate shots. I don't want to take shots every day and stuff like that. When I say it's not bad at all, I would prefer taking the shot other than pricking my finger for the blood. Like, I would rather do that because that's how much of a breeze it is. I I do have some days where if you get in certain spots, like if you make sure if your needle is not going straight in there versus like kind of being tilted, it stings, it burns a little more. You just have to, like, you know, make sure that everything is like straight. Make sure you don't get a stretch mark. I already had stretch marks on my stomach before I was pregnant because I was, you know, I'm a big girl, and so, you know, I already have stretch marks on my stomach, so. But I do feel like, you know, the insulin, having the insulin and everything is making my pregnancy go a lot smoother than my, you know, first 2 pregnancies. And that is probably one reason why baby is here, you know, baby is surviving and baby is growing properly. I just recently had an ultrasound, so it's just been so amazing seeing the baby grow, like from just this little bitty baby to like this big size baby that's moving around. I can feel the baby and stuff. So I'm just super excited for this pregnancy. I'm starting to really enjoy this pregnancy because, and I'll get into another video about that, about life after miscarriage, you know, experiencing pregnancy after miscarriage, because it is a lot of emotions and it can have you just feeling, you know, sad and nervous, and you can miss out on the wonderful pregnancy that you're in because of it. And so it did take me a lot. It took a lot of prayer, it took a lot of meditation, it took a lot of you know, prayer with family and things to really kind of get into enjoying this pregnancy, because I want to be able to tell my baby, like, you know, it was, I enjoyed having you, I enjoyed carrying you in me. And you know, I felt like at the beginning it was hard for me at first, you know. So just every time I see baby, it's just another reminder that you know, you're a blessing. And so I'm excited about that. So I am currently 23 weeks. I will be 24 weeks and on Monday. Today is Saturday, the 21st. Yeah, today is Saturday, January 21st. I will be 24 weeks Monday. The baby's current due date is May 16th. So we are really like right around, you know, kind of close. I wouldn't say quite right around the corner, but we up the street right now. Up the street. We do know baby's gender. I am having a boy. So I'm so excited. We did want a girl, but of course we are blessed with whatever gender we get. We know for sure it's a boy, and we're just so excited. We had his name. We just super excited for this whole pregnancy and everything. I did want to show my bump, and I'm gonna show that right now. So this is bump 23. So we're so excited. And so that concludes this video. I do want to thank everyone for watching, and also if you are new mommies out there who came across this video and is experiencing some of the things that I'm experiencing, as well as the diabetes journey with pregnancy, please leave a comment below. Let me know how you guys are getting through it, and let me know your guys' experiences as well. I do want to thank you again for watching this video. I will be planning to post more, so hopefully you guys will be seeing more of me soon, and I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care.